Ladies and gentlemen, when I was young, my mom and dad divorced. I grew up with two half-brothers and a sister, but the family never felt whole. My mom carried a lot of anger, and my dad wasn't around. That left me in the middle of a storm I didn't ask for. At home, I faced more than just the absence of my father. I faced the weight of my mother's words and actions. She told me I was no good, that I would never be anything. Those words cut deeper than any bruise, and the beatings I endured only reinforced the belief that I was worthless. For a long time, I carried that pain silently, believing it was just the way life had to be. But there came a day when I had enough. The state stepped in, and I was taken from my mom's care. That moment was both terrifying and liberating. My dad came back into the picture and took me in. For the first time in a long time. I felt a glimmer of hope, like maybe I wasn't doomed to be what my mom said I would be. Life with my dad was different. It was good. For the first time, I felt what it meant to be loved without conditions. He didn't just provide a home. He showed me how to be a man. He taught me responsibility, respect, and the importance of standing tall, even when life tried to knock me down. Those years with my dad planted seeds of strength that Tevin, in my darkest times, never completely disappeared. But after 5 years, things changed. My dad turned his back on me and sent me back to my mom. Life grew harder. My brothers despised me. They had grown up running free, in and out of jail, while I had been taught discipline. At first, we clashed, but in time, we grew on each other. Still, I could never find a good relationship. I chased love in places that couldn't give it. I found my wife, and together we had 4 kids. For a while, life was good. I swore I would never treat my kids the way I had been treated. But when I lost my job, the pressure of providing for a wife and 5 children weighed heavy. The streets became the first place I turned for answers. I met a man who asked me to cash a check. He handed me $100. That moment opened the door to a different life, a life that seemed like quick money but carried hidden costs. Soon, I was using cocaine. I told myself it was just to get by, just to keep things together for my kids. I even justified it by saying, I'm doing this for them. But the truth was, I was losing myself. And eventually, the state stepped in again, this time taking my kids. That broke me. When I went to prison, I was only 145 pounds, broken down in body and spirit. I spent 5 years behind those walls. And by the time I got out, I had lost everything. My babies had grown into teenagers. My wife had moved on. My dad had died while I was locked up. Prison stripped me of more than freedom. Stripped me of family, trust, and hope. But in prison, I made a choice. I wasn't going to let the time do I was going to do the time. I poured myself into self-help, working on my mind, body, and soul. When I got out, I tried to rebuild. I stumbled. I relapsed. I ran from county to county, chasing escape instead of healing. But one night, broken and tired, I dropped to my knees and asked for help. Oh, that moment was different. It wasn't about excuses, it was about surrender. Recovery didn't happen overnight. But when I finally surrendered, I found myself in the arms of something greater. The Bible and Jesus became my foundation. Through faith, I discovered the root of my problem wasn't just the drugs, it was pride. God opened my eyes. I've been clean for nearly 12 years now. Each day is a gift. Each step forward is proof that change is possible. Today, I'm preparing to earn my peer supporter certification. I'm in school for criminal justice. My past no longer defines MIT, empowers me. Looking back, there are things I wish I had known earlier. I wish I had understood that drugs don't solve pain, they only bury it deeper. I wish I had known that silence and pride are dangerous, that asking for help is not weakness, but strength. What helped me most was faith, honesty, and community. What doesn't work is trying to do it alone. Isolation feeds addiction. Excuses keep you stuck. Quick fixes only lead back to pain. So to anyone still struggling, hear me. You are not alone. You are not beyond hope. Recovery is possible. Change is possible. Broken things can be rebuilt. Lost people can be found. I've been clean for 12 years, and I am living proof that no matter how far you fall, you can rise again. If I can do it, so can you.